All right.
Whenever you're ready.
You bet. Good to get a W to start the year. I told the guys downstairs, every win is something that they've worked hard for, and make sure we enjoy it. Go back to work. We have a lot of things that we now have on film that we know we can correct and understand the things that we're really good at and the things we need to continue to work on. So I'm proud of the way they came out. Started fast, both sides of the ball. Feeding off each other. Thought the energy was great. Sustained it all game long, and got a lot of guys a chance to play. Questions?
Let's start on the left side with Matt, second row.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns for Ryan Williams. Just what do you think of his performance?
Yeah, he's got that big play capability as you saw, and he's done a lot of that in practice. And was excited to see him get out there. Big third down the sideline. Great read by Jalen with the coverage he was getting. And we anticipated a possible route down the sideline in a situation like that. It was really cool to see those guys execute. And Ryan just hauling the ball and finish, and coming across the middle on the second touchdown. It was just really focused, and it just doesn't seem like the game's too fast for him. So it's impressive that a guy his age can go out there and do the things he's doing. Obviously we've talked a lot about it. He's got a bright future. Really fun to see him go out there and make those plays that he did tonight. So the guys believe in him, and he's just done. I think one of the cool things about Ryan is he's gone about it. A lot of attention gets thrown his way, but he's just gone about it and really humble and just matter of fact, stay the course type of just go to work every type of day attitude. And our guys really appreciate that, and I think they're just as excited as he is for him, with the plays that he made today.
See on the left side in the back, Nick.
Yeah, it looked like Cade Proctor made a sustained injury during warm-ups. What happened there? What's his status?
Yeah, unfortunately, it did. Just caught me by surprise, obviously, and couldn't go tonight. And we'll continue to evaluate tomorrow just to see the severity of it, and kind of know more here as the week goes on.
Jump on the right side, second row, Anna.
Outside of outside of Ryan, Xavier Brown, he got to start. Daniel Hill also got his first career touchdown. I'm just curious, what do you see, from that group of freshmen out there tonight?
Yeah, it's really exciting. Gives you a lot of promise for what's to come. And the thing about those guys is they're just going to gain more and more confidence with everything that they do. And those reps tonight, they all matter. And I tell the guys that every rep we're going to keep getting better as a team, but there are certain guys like the ones you mentioned, Daniel and Ryan, many others, Xavier, that just went out there and just didn't seem like the lights were too bright for them, and that's really cool. And they've got one day at a time. They're just going to keep getting better, and they're going to be great players for us in the long haul.
Left side front row, Tony.
How explosive can this offense be, and do you like that? Did you like seeing that, or would you have almost rather have a few more sustained drives?
Both. I mean, but how can you argue, right? There's things that weren't perfect, but we made up for it. So now what you want to look at is those plays that didn't go as well, and really dial in on some of the mistakes, a penalty here, penalty there. We had a communication. I think we did snap the ball. I think maybe Parker was trying to signal something and get the line locked in, and that's just a quarterback center kind of being on the same page, and then all of a sudden, it was time to snap the ball when Jalen clapped. So just things like that we can continue to get better at. But when we had the opportunity to make the plays, I'm never gonna be disappointed that we're finding ways to have explosives. That's a big part of what our offense is about. And we preach it, we practice it, and that was fun to see. I didn't really realize it until I looked at the time of possession, maybe into the first half there a little bit. And our defense, you saw that one drive, especially they were on the field for quite a while. That just kind of added to it. I'm never going to argue though when we have those big plays, those touchdowns that we had.
Jump to Chase on the front row on the right side.
Yeah, Coach, I want to ask you about 2 guys. How did you think Pritchett played on the left side, given that I assume he's gotten most of his practice reps on the right side? And also your thoughts on Keon Sabb's night in the first half, a couple of picks.
Yeah, it was, Pritchett really as you said, I mean, he has, and I know you're not there, but he has taken pretty much all his reps at the right tackle spot. You know, I think we really went back to what he did this spring playing left tackle, and it was something I know gave me confidence. I'm sure it gave him, and you know, he and Booker took all those reps, you know, all spring long for 15 practices, and so I think they just really honed back in on that. And you know, I watched the film, but obviously there was a lot of good things that happened out there, and you don't do that without great offensive line play. So excited about the way he responded all of a sudden in the moment, getting thrown into that position, and really just being steady. Keon Sab, just, you know, the guy it was at the right spot at the right time and made the plays. You know, that's what it's all about. A lot of guys will be where they need to be and all that, but a little special play here and there, maybe it goes through their hands. You know, Keon, you can just see he was ready for that moment. He pounced when the opportunity came and made some really big plays and got our offense in some great field position there early in the game.
Let's go to Ryan standing up on the back left.
Coach, a big win, but everything outside of the actual game. Walk of Champions, fourth quarter, Dixieland Delight. What was your impressions of your first game at Bryant Denny Stadium?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The Walk of Champions, I think, was special for a lot of our players. It's always going to be that way, and it's, you know, can't thank our fans enough. You can just feel the energy even before, you know, you're not even here around the stadium or knowing what's going on, but you can just feel the buzz, and that was a lot of fun. You know, the new guys, I think, especially enjoying it. The older guys, just knowing what it's all about and being in that stadium tonight. You know, we did a great job of giving them something to cheer for, and our fans were amazing. You know, cheering and being loud. So can't wait to do it again a week from now.
Let's go Emily Grace in the middle of the room.
Right here, Coach. How do you feel like your staff executed the game plan as a whole on your first game inside of Bryant Denny? Can you clarify the in-helmet communication at the beginning of the game, what that was about?
Yeah, actually, so it wasn't in-helmet communication. It was actually that their headsets went down, and the rules state that when the opponent's headsets go down, you have to take yours down too. And so I'm sure you guys figured it out, but Nick Sheridan, play caller up in the booth, actually had to come down. And so a little time, you know, to get him down there, and then, you know, that's not something that they're gonna plan for and let you do, but we were able to hustle him down, and then of course trying to get it back up there, and then theirs went down a second time, and so it was kind of a back and forth. I thought our staff did a great job, because that's something you don't practice. You know, just in all my years, I've never had it happen to where we had to put our headphones down because of someone else's. So maybe it happens more often than I understand. Should practice it, but that was a new one for me. I think also the other one that was new for me was, I think maybe by the third play of the game, or one of the early plays, we had put 2 helmets come off of 2 of our linemen at the same play, and so all of a sudden we had a different center, left guard, and left tackle from what we've practiced all along. So kids did a great job of just adjusting to the adversity, not getting too shaken, and just continue to play, and the next guys were ready to go. So I thought our staff, I think there's some little things. We had a substitution error. We got 12 guys on the field one time defensively. Those are certain things we'll talk about tomorrow, besides breaking down the film and coaching our guys up fundamentally and then schematically.
All right, jump on the right side, Charlie.
Yeah, Coach, it kind of looked like you guys rotated a lot of guys on defense, especially in the back end. Just how beneficial is it to get those guys the experience they got tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge, and I'm really glad that we got that opportunity. And of course, that's part of what we want to do anyway, keeping guys fresh, being able to sustain a high level for 4 quarters and not just dying off. But you know, getting a lot of young guys. You know, you see Mbakwe and Red are out there a lot, and so just they're right in the rotation. Felt good about them being out there. Never really, you know, sometimes when there's guys you don't trust or anything, your eyes kind of get drawn to them just to make sure that they feel good and they look confident. And that's not even the case. I don't even feel like I gotta worry about whether they're ready to go or not. So the secondary, just thought for the most part they really didn't have big mistakes where all of a sudden someone's running free through the secondary and we just dropped the zone or dropped a man that we're supposed to be covering. Always things that we can get better at, situational ball, some crossers and things like that I saw in the second half there maybe that we can get better at covering, but for the most part, I thought they did a great job.
We got 3 more questions left. I'm gonna start with Steven right in the middle here.
Coach, what makes it special having John Campbell and Deontay Moss play off each other?
Yeah, just having some guys with a lot of confidence in themselves and guys that we have confidence in, and just, you know, they're just staples. You know, they're just guys you trust, and they're hard nosed. They both can move, you know, can run really well. They're physical, and so very smart. A lot of the communication, especially with Coach Womack to Deontay. You know, Deontay can handle what he's supposed to do, and you know, if there's someone we need to have just slightly move, he can make that happen and still have an understanding of what's going on in front of him from the offense. So just all those areas are so critical when it's the middle of your defense, and they, you know, again, looking forward to watching the film, but just everything I saw, it seemed like they had a great game.
Let's go right side middle, Katie.
Sticking with the defense, just as a whole, how did you see them kind of embody Kane's swarm defense and sustain intensity to hold on for the shutout?
Yeah, I like the never say die, kind of like just, you know, dig in when they had their backs to the wall. Some drives that were coming down the field. One was after a turnover on the offense. Just, you know, looking at that as opportunity to make a statement. You know, to just let everyone know that, you know, they got that mindset that they're going to play together, and you know, it was really cool to see them get the shutout. I was happy for them, happy for Kane, and you know, they're all flying around. You know, there was some times we maybe missed a tackle, but there was guys right there to follow up and go make that play. And as we said, the 2 interceptions early in the game really set the tone with Keon, both with field position, just momentum and energy.
All right, let's finish up with John, right in the middle.
It seems like an awful long time since you got hired before you get to coach your first game. So when you finally get there and things are clicking so well, and offense is making big plays, defense is making big plays for percent. I mean, was that fun? Was that kind of a relief on your shoulders? What was that like?
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of fun at the very end, you know, and just seeing a lot of the young guys too get out there on the football field and have some fun of their own and experience it for the first time. But you know, I told the guys in the locker room, none of these points carry over to next week, and there's film out there, and of course there's strengths we have, but people are going to look at those areas they can attack, and we've got to continue to just, you know, understand that there's a lot of potential with this football team, but we still got a lot of work to do, and it's going to be that way all season long, you know. I think that what I saw in the locker room downstairs, whether it was the beginning of the game, the middle of the game, when we had a score very much in our favor, these guys have a determination, you know, and a relentlessness about them where they want to be great. You know, they just don't want to go out there and do their thing for a half and kind of just let the score kind of die off and kind of let someone hang around, or, you know, they wanted to shut out, they wanted to put more points on the board, and I just love their mindset.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you, roll tide.